Welcome to Game, the show that covers games, arts, movies, and everything else. And now, here's your host, Mega Sean.
Good morning, gamers and gamettes. I am your host, Mega Sean. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and email us all the time, every time, at gameshowchat@gmail.com. Today, we're going to be talking about live-action comic book TV shows and, are they getting enough credit? Are they not getting any credit? Which ones we like, which ones we don't like? I got my man, Philip, and I got my man in a reverse Wolverine-dressed get-up, GQ. Fellas, game on.
How do you know it's good morning? What if they watching this in like Indochina or something? It might be nighttime.
Well, then tell them to watch it in the morning. Then it's good morning.
There you go.
If Mega Sean says.
All right. Okay. So all right. Live action comic shows. I mean, of course, you got to go back. I mean, of course, you started with Batman. You started with the Incredible Hulk. Batman was campy. It was done in the '60s before any of us were born. Everybody was on LSD doing their thing. So, whatever. The original Hulk, the Incredible Hulk series, I used to watch that when I was a kid. I mean, I'm just a little bit older than you guys, more, as you would say, seasoned.
We watched it.
You watched it in reruns.
Well,
Excuse me.
Hey, if you want to date yourself, that's fine.
That's quite, yeah, whatever. But anyway, no, I mean, but that show was good. I mean, they changed his name. They did some weird stuff with it, but whatever. You had Lou Ferrigno in there, and you had Bill Bixby. I mean, it was really well done.
Lou Ferrigno
was the man.
That was me with green makeup and a wig on, man.
But you weren't even alive yet. Well, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. You watched it. You weren't Mega Sean. You were Mini Sean at the time.
You were still in your dad's nutsack.
Wow. Fair enough.
Okay.
Go right
GQ,
ahead.
Please, I have nothing to say. No more with this man and his filthy comments. But along with the Incredible Hulk and the campy Batman, there was also Wonder Woman.
Yeah, there was.
So
and they got her right back then.
Yeah.
Linda Carter. Ooh. I didn't really watch the Wonder Woman like that, the rerun, excuse me. But I didn't really get into it. It was mostly like, say, the campy Batman stuff. That was cool,
You didn't like Batman, though?
No, I said I watched that. I just didn't watch the Wonder Woman. Of course, the Incredible Hulk. Then the Spider-Man. I remember renting the Spider-Man. They had wasn't it like a movie at one point? Then a little TV series.
They had a short series. My older brother used to watch that. Actually, both my oldest brothers.
Then I realized how corny it was when I saw the guy playing Spider-Man was on a tree checking his web. I'm like, why are you on a baby tree swinging? Like, he's doing this? Like, I'm like, what are you doing?
That's all they could afford back then.
It was sad. Then they had the Japanese Spider-Man TV show, which I thought was, he's on a motorcycle and all you see explosions like the typical Japanese intros. And I'm like, that's just terrible.
I was expecting to see motion lines and whatnot in that show. That show was kind of, but again, it was way ahead of its time. They were trying to do something that they had no business trying to do. But I mean, you kind of move it into even with the mid-'90s when they tried to do that Generation X TV movie. And it was what it was. It wasn't that great. A lot of people kind of,
dark.
Yeah, but then they had The Flash. The Flash came out in the mid-'90s.
The Flash was good. The Flash was good.
I remember my mother, she would record it for me like on the VHS tape. And it was always, because I always hated it because there was always like commercials in between. So you couldn't do the whole DVR thing then, but I guess that was technically our version of DVR. But I definitely enjoyed the Flash show. I watched that show a lot.
Yep, remember that. I watched that a few times.
But how do you feel about Smallville? Because I know that was the truest.
I watched the first season of it. I liked it. Everybody's like, oh, why he's not in his costume? I'm like, no, it's just showing the development of Clark Kent in his early years. Like, that's cool. Let the development happen.
And they had, if you name the Avengers or even the current Superman movie, the Man of Steel movie, and even the Batmans, I would probably think that would be the most accurate two different characters. Because Doomsday made an appearance, Darkseid made an appearance,
was the Young Justice.
Not Young Justice, yeah. No, they kind of did their own little small take on Justice League. Now, here's the thing with Smallville for me. I caught Smallville, of course, in reruns because at the time, I just wasn't able to catch it as it came on TV. So I was like, you know what? I like this show. I like what they're doing with it. I'm just going to get the seasons. So I started getting the seasons as they came out. Now, so here's the thing. Smallville didn't really hit its stride until the 4th season because, it's like the first 3 seasons were always freak of the week. Which guy or girl got infected with kryptonite and they got powers all of a sudden and now Clark's got to do something. So they started bringing in other people. They actually started bringing in they brought the Flash in. They brought, it was a kid version, but again, it was the Flash. He was still, doing what the Flash does around season 4. By the time season 5 came around, they had Cyborg, Aquaman, Flash, and of course Clark is Superman, and they had Chloe acting as Oracle. So it's like you guys are on TV, on the
Doing
TV
this,
budget,
right.
are doing Justice League stuff, and it's like, well, what's so hard about doing that stuff nowadays? Now, people love to downplay Shield.
Right.
Shield just started.
It's just,
Very true.
I think I know the problem with that because people are such on a comic book hype right now with movies.
The expectations.
The expectations are high, so they want to see these superheroes. They want to see Iron Man. They want to see Thor. They want to see everybody from the Avengers movie. And they think they're gonna be there. No, like. I hate when people say when I read the comments, they say, oh, we don't read comic books, but you're quick to go buy paraphernalia from these stores. You can't go to the comic book store and pick up a book and see what these characters are really like. And that's the thing that bothers me with certain people. Like, when you watch these shows, like, oh, there's no supervillains, there is no superheroes. Like, come on, this is S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't, they do it on a world basis.
Right.
Yeah. They deal with like the terrorist threats sometimes. Sometimes you may see a superhero in there, but not all the time
Right,
because
you
they're
gotta
out doing
develop,
other
but
stuff
you still
develop,
gotta
right?
develop. Yeah.
But the thing about S.H.I.E.L.D. that I love the show, but sometimes it can get a little too campy a little bit with certain characters. I'm like, just get to the point. I want to see some, development as far as like not detective skills, but like kind of like just oh wow, who done it type of thing. Like let it build up. It's gonna get there. I just wish people just take just.
Well, and I think, and that goes to the point. A lot of people nowadays are just they're impatient. They're ridiculously impatient. It's like the show literally is in its first half of its first season. It's not even, and it took Smallville 4 years to start bringing in super-powered characters that everybody recognizes and knows. At least with S.H.I.E.L.D., it's like, they brought in right off the bat. Here's your Avengers tie-in. They had Kobe Smulders come in and reprise her role. Second episode, we was all sitting there just shocked that Sam Jackson showed up in the second episode. So it's like, chill.
Yeah,
give it a year.
Now, how do you guys feel about Arrow, though?
Now, Arrow, see, that's the thing. Everybody wants to compare S.H.I.E.L.D. and Arrow. It's like Arrow's already been out. Arrow was out, a year before S.H.I.E.L.D.
But now, would that kind of be, even though not intentionally, but could you possibly say that was sort of like a spinoff from Smallville? Because it's sort of similar.
It has that same feel of Smallville, obviously.
Better budget.
Yeah, much better budget, of course, because they already saw that Smallville was a success. Now, I liked Oliver Queen in Smallville. The way they treated him, the way they did it, he was a vigilante. It was like he, was good friends with Clark, and in his own ways had his own, motivations and things, driving him as well. But then in the new show, there's, going into his origin and everything, which is good. You have to do that, especially if you're establishing. I'm just kind of mad that DC is so scared to use the real names of their properties. Yes, just call it Green Arrow.
Right.
Why not?
Right.
Maybe their taste is left in their mouth from having that Green Lantern movie
That's
that
probably
flopped.
what it is.
So they might have, they might be avoiding the color green, but it's like it's called he's the Green Arrow.
Right.
That's his name.
They're just scared, period, because like you see how S.H.I.E.L.D. they already tied into the Thor 2 movie already, which was a smart idea. So and that kind of like the fans who were like, oh, they're not having no heroes, like they're your tie-in right there, boom. And as far as Arrow, I haven't really watched Arrow like that, but from hearing on the internet that they're not doing a tie-in with the Superman movie or whatever.
Which hopefully they change their minds or something.
If they smart enough, they should. They want to get that $1 billion for like the Avengers. They better do something now because you're not gonna win with this hoopla you putting in with different characters and adding in people that shouldn't be there at the moment. And
well, I will go. Didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry about that, but I do want to cut you off for something that you introduced me to, which was probably back in 2008. When we went to that Comic-Con, and the most popular currently comic book television show or graphic novel television show would be The Walking Dead. How do you feel they're doing with that?
The first 3 seasons I loved. They did change some stuff. I mean, I was kind of upset about certain stuff they changed, but I kind of see what they're doing with it because it's kind. I see the TV show as kind of like a alternate universe, so ultimate like in the Marvel universe, just the ultimate. So they just changed some stuff. I mean, certain characters should have been dead a long time ago. They still have them on, but it kind of developed more into the series. So it's cool. It's getting good. I mean, I like it. I love it.
Excellent. Real quick, we got about 15 seconds.
Well, I mean, you know what? I would like to get a hold of the Birds of Prey because I never actually got to see that when it was on. I heard it was terrible, but they had Bruce Wayne in it. They had Selena Kyle and Catwoman. I would like to at least see it. I guess I could hit it on Netflix or something.
Okay. Well, you at home, you please email us again at gameshowchat@gmail.com and let us know what are some of your favorite live action comic book shows. Let us know if you like Birds of Prey. How do you feel about The Walking Dead? We have Philip here, GQ. I am Mega Shot. We're all out of quarters, game over.
Do you know how much this plane cost? Got a bar. Really nice one. You know, I have the authority to downgrade your ass to a Winnebago. I want it fixed just like you found it. So don't have Fitzsimmons going making modifications like a damn fish tank.
Yes, sir.
How's Lola?
She's fine, sir. Thanks for asking.
Talking to me about authority.